If it's what I want to do.
Hello, what I'm Bandana. Nice to meet you. Got some questions I'm wondering, can you answer like?
What's up YouTube, Dan and welcome to episode number 3 of the Schalke career mode series on FIFA 14 Next Gen. So in today's episode, as always, we have actually got 3 games, but before all of that we have actually got the transfer deadline day. You can see to your right of your screen, you can see the top deals, which include Suarez going to Barcelona for 32 million, I do believe it says, and also Frank Ribery going from Bayern Munich to Chelsea for 27 million, and third of all Hernandez going from Man United to Borussia Dortmund. So could you imagine Suarez going to Barcelona? How insane that would be. You'd have Neymar, Messi, Pedro, Sanchez, obviously Messi, no, did I say Messi? Suarez obviously, and how insane would that be? I don't know how you fit all those players into one team. And the same story with Ribery going to Chelsea. They have Hazard, Oscar, Mata, Eto'o, Willian as well, to all fit into one team, alongside Ribery as well, probably the best out of all of those on the game as well. So I don't know why Chelsea won him, I don't even know why Barcelona even need Suarez either. So we're actually going into the last couple of hours of the transfer window, and I've just uploaded the first episode of my Schalke career mode series last night, and I'm actually recording this before episode 2 actually goes live, and I just cannot believe your response on the first episode. We got over 80 likes, I do believe, maybe even 90 by now, but I'd like to thank each and every one of you who liked the video last night, a massive support, and I just can't thank you enough. Absolutely insane support, so I'd like to say a massive thank you for that. So as I said, we are in transfer deadline day, not going to really plan on making any more changes to the team, because I did actually buy Rodrigo in the first episode for around about 6.5 million, and from then on didn't really think I needed any more players. So we're actually going into our first game in today's episode. It's going to be up against Bayer Leverkusen, or Bayer 04 as they're known on FIFA, at the Veltins Arena. You can see what a lovely stadium it is. It looks really nice in this game, and that's one of the things I really do like to play in a nice stadium. It really helps me kind of play. I don't know if it really helps anyway, but it's just nice playing at a nice stadium like the Veltins Arena, and it's a stadium I actually personally use on Ultimate Team as well, so it shows that I do actually really like the stadium. So anyway, we're actually going into our first game in today's episode, as I said, up against Bayer Leverkusen. Got a couple of good players like Heung-min Son, I do believe, and also Kiesling as well, so a lot of really good players in their team. We actually really got off to a nice start there. You can see Rodrigo with the shot there, actually going past the goalkeeper from a bad mistake there from the Bayer Leverkusen centre-back. You can see they're just intercepting the play and giving it across. I think that was Rodrigo maybe, and maybe even Boateng, I don't know. I think it's Rodrigo. But anyway, we're actually going to that game 1-0, and you can see going to half-time, not really much happened in that first half. I'm actually surprised. This is going to be one of the biggest games this season, as Bayer Leverkusen in the moment, in real life, are actually second in the league table in the Bundesliga. So I thought it was going to be a really tough game, and not really much happened in the first half. But you're going to see if that all turns around in the second half. So going into the second half now, you can see making a couple of substitutions, changing to a 4-3-3 formation and moving Draxler to like a cam position kind of thing, seeing if it'd work. Boateng on the right, I do believe, or left, Farfan on the right, and you can see maybe Huntelaar, Rodrigo in the middle. So I thought that'd work, just trying out new formations. Got to go and get used to the team as well, and you see we're actually 1-0 up at this moment in time, and we're kind of dominating this game, and Bayer Leverkusen didn't really have too much in this game. Actually really surprised. I thought they'd do a lot better towards the second half. I thought they might try a lot harder into the second half. You can see again another chance there, and another great save there from Bernard Leno. So I've actually read through all the comments in the first episode. A lot of you guys saying what players to buy. Sadly, they weren't really influenced on what players I do actually eventually buy. That would definitely show me what players you want me to buy in the January transfer window. I didn't really think there was too much improvements to make in the team, as I do actually not really know this team too well, and I want to kind of get to use the players. I've never really used these players, not my team or head-to-head seasons, or even career mode either. So I wanted to kind of see if they're any good or anything. So I was kind of going with the team I already have, and kind of keep it realistic as well, because obviously in real life the summer transfer window has already gone past. So in the next transfer window, I will start to make changes to the team. It depends on how the team performs as well, and if I do actually need any changes. And remember, I've only got a small transfer budget, around about 10 million at most, and that means I've only got maybe enough money for one good player, judging by what players you guys are actually saying to bring into the team. So I will probably maybe bring in one player into the next transfer window. So going into our next game, today's episode is going to be up against Mainz, probably the easiest game so far this season. And I went into this game kind of using a half, not the best of teams, not using all my best players. Players like Obasi was playing, those kind of players. A lot of you guys wanted me to actually start using him. So I went into this game with quite a weakened team, just because the next game of today's episode is going to be up against Benfica in the Champions League, our first game of the new Champions League season. Hopefully I can do well in the Champions League. So I just want to remind you, or I haven't actually said it yet, but the question of the day for today's episode is going to be, who do you think will win the World Cup in 2014? Who do you think it'll be? For me, it's probably going to be Brazil. I think think it will be Brazil, because they look like so strong. Their midfield, I was saying on Twitter, their midfield looks absolutely immense, and it's going to be absolutely insane. You can see Paulinho, you've got Sandro, you've got Coutinho, Oscar, they're all from the BPO. You've also got other players like Luis Gustavo, those kind of players, and even David Luiz can play as a midfielder as well. So I'm really looking forward to see how good they are in the Champions League, or not in the Champions League, the World Cup next summer. So into this game against Schalke, not against Schalke, up against Mainz, sorry, and you can see we're actually starting this game off really well with the first goal of the game there, and we actually made it 1-0 after around about 20 minutes. You can see Mainz actually having the majority of the chances going into the end of the first half. But as I said earlier in the episode, I was actually having a look through the comments in episode number 1, and a lot of you guys were saying to actually use Boateng as a striker. I just didn't understand why, but when I was thinking about it, he is so strong, he's got a good shot, he's good at free kicks, that kind of thing, and that's what you need in a striker. So maybe I might use him in the next game, which, by the way, up against Bayern Munich. It's going to be a live commentary episode. I cannot wait for that. It'll be the next episode, and if you do want to see that maybe tonight, maybe double upload, can we get this video to 50 likes? That'd be absolutely insane. So next episode, as I said, we up against Bayern Munich. You kind of see how good we are against the best in the league, and Bayern Munich obviously are going to be the hardest test of the season. Going to see how well we cope against them. So into the last 15 minutes of this game, the second game of today's episode, you see finally again the nail in the coffin there, making it 3-0. I think that's Kevin Prince Boateng with the third goal of the game there. You can see there, and look at all the replays as well. It looks so much better next gen. I just can't believe how much of a step up this is. You can see all the fans, and by the way, the stadiums look so nice as well. You can see even the rain looks much better, and I just couldn't stand the rain on FIFA 14 current gen, or not really like previous gen in terms of that now. But yeah, on next gen it just looks so much better. The rain is actually nice to play in for once, and I just really didn't like it on current gen, but on next gen it looks a whole lot better. So as we are going into our best game today's episode, it's going to be the biggest game today's episode. It's going to be up against Benfica. Benfica, our team I do actually really like to watch and play with in FIFA 14, and they do actually have a really decent squad. You can see there the table. I don't know why they're showing that, because no one's even played yet, but you can see we have got Benfica, we've also got Moscow as well, and we've also got another team I didn't quite have the chance to see there, but we've got a tough group, and that's going to be the main thing. I want to make this quite exciting, not have any easy games this season. You can see we're actually getting the first chance of the game. They're not again using the strongest of teams. I was kind of going to come here and get the 1-0 and then just leave. I didn't really think I was going to have too many chances in this game, and you see not really using the strongest teams. You can see Gretzka going past the defence there, making it 1-0. I was so relieved when I got that goal, because I knew I was dominating the first half. I knew I had to get the goal, and I thought I'd go on to score a lot more goals in this game. You see there Gretzka, another young player I'm hoping to use in this season, and maybe even get to the high 80s by the end of his career. You've also got Maximilian Bayer as well. A lot of young players in this team, and that's what I love about this team. There's just so many young players. A lot of you guys saying to use Clemens as well, so I started to use Clemens in this game. Didn't really think too much of him, but as you know, I didn't actually have a look at the episode 1 comments when I was actually recording this gameplay. But Clemens is a player I will actually use. A lot of you guys saying he's actually a really impressive player to use on Crema, so I will definitely use him. But you can see there, that is so unfortunate. We do actually score or concede a goal there. You can see another goal there. I just don't know who scored that. That's so annoying, but I think that is Gaitan. Let's have a look. I think, yeah, it is Nico Gaitan from Benfica. You see him, an absolutely amazing player. And yeah, so he actually makes it 1-1 there, and that gave us around about 5 minutes to actually get a goal to hopefully make it 2-1. But finally, in the last couple of minutes here, you can see another chance there, and look at that chance. I think I would have scored that, even I would have scored that, but look at that. How did we miss that? I think that was Rodrigo against his old club as well, but I thought he would have scored that, but no, he didn't score that. But if you guys have enjoyed today's episode, remember to leave a like, and also can we maybe smash 50 likes for the second episode of the day, and it will be a live commentary episode up against Bayern Munich. And again, a massive thank you for all the support on the series so far, and I'm really enjoying making this series. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you hopefully later on tonight.